action. Shh. Thank you. Hi, I'm Bonnie Cannon. This is our 5 p.m. workshop. I think today's Sunday. Unclear. Floor play. And we talked about freedom and flexibility of movement. And there's physical aspects to that, right? Creating mobility so that your body can dance the best to its ability that day, that moment. But there's also a mental component and then a knowledge component, right? The skills, the techniques, the vocabulary that you need to be able to make different choices in any given moment, right? So what we focused on today primarily was we did a nice good warm-up to really activate the body, right? We're not trying to do any deep stretches. We were just trying to get things warmed up, get the blood flowing, get the joints moving a little bit, right? One of the exercises I do want to highlight was our kind of cross-body activation and core activation exercise. So standing, that was our cross-body tap, so putting some pressure of the knee into the hand and vice versa. And then when you were on the floor, we did dead bugs, which is tabletop. And then we're going to keep one knee and one hand in place, and then the opposite one is going to reach out, core activated, come back, and then opposite side. Awesome. Okay. So we did all that jazz. Oh, the other one you guys liked was standing balance. Knee across, knee open, and let the foot drag behind a little bit. And you can go faster with that if you want to. Okay. All right. So making sure we're warming up the body, sort of setting ourselves up for success for our dances as best we can. Right. And then we talked a little bit about a technical thing that we touched on today was which will help you dance to slow music, but it also has so many other use cases, right? I use this all the time when I'm dancing, is directional pressure into the floor. So I use that to create power and to control my movement, right? So if I'm standing on one foot, this is my standing leg, that's my power leg. So I'm pushing down and back into the floor to go forward, or down and forward into the floor to go back. So basically opposite the direction I want to go is how I create some power into the floor, right? And then if I want to control that movement, right, because I can push, but now I'm falling. If I actually want to control that movement, the leg I'm going to has to push in the opposite direction to create resistance. So this is what my feet are doing, right? I push, resist. And forward and back, same thing, push, resist, and that can be ball strike or heel strike when I'm going forward. As long as I have opposite pressure into the floor, then I can create that control where I'm moving it slow. Same thing going back. Cool? Alright, so that was that. And then we talked about the mindset piece of it a little bit. So some kind of common struggles that we fall into, and trying to reframe whatever we tend to think about ourselves into at least a slightly more positive thing. So whatever you can find that gets you to at least neutral and hopefully into a little bit more positive mindset so that we can actually dance our dance and not be thinking about ourselves constantly, right? And then we did a nice little drill where I had you, sorry, I don't like talking way too fast. Okay, nervous system regulation. So I had you give each other feedback as you were dancing, so try to find something you actually liked about your partner's dancing and tell them at the end. And that's really huge because we don't do that enough. And it forces you to actually receive that feedback and make that a part of your self-image, if you will, right? So actually take that on, actually receive that, actually believe that, and then use that to inform your dancing. So whatever feedback you received, I had you take it and amplify it a little bit to like force you to be more creative with your dance. Okay, did I miss anything?